Hi Gemini, and welcome to your May 2019 general read. I'm Jade with yesYesYes, and happy early birthday for early Geminis, which I am one, so I'm really excited. It's birthday season. So here in Northern Hemisphere, it is warm, it's getting warmer. I have a bit of a head cold. Don't know why, but I got one. So if you could hear that, hear my nasal voice, I apologize, but I didn't want to wait. So we're gonna do this based on the overall. And if, let me know how you feel about this in the comments section. Also, just hitting that thumbs up button helps the channel out so much. And yeah, let's get started. So this month, what we have is, we have the star card, and I've got some glare, but there we go. So we have the star card. This is Aquarius energy. It's also intuition. It's being really in touch with yourself and your higher self, right? So there's an alignment that's happening here. So this is a month of alignment. It's stepping into that greater purpose. It's Aquarians kind of are a step above all of us. Piscean energy is the next step, which is outside of everything. But the Aquarius energy is really what we're trying to go for, especially as Geminis, because that's the highest version of the air elements. So Geminis are trying to get to Libras, Libras are trying to get to Aquarians. And so Aquarians is like the grandmother self of who we really are trying to get to. And I feel like we're really tapping into that energy this month, which is beautiful. And it's clarified by the key and the Lenormand, which means that the key to self-expression and understanding of our destiny is to be found when we step into our purpose, when we move forward as if, right? As if we're already there, as if we're already in that, that way of being. So it's the fake it till you make it, but the moment that you fake it, you actually are in it. So you're not faking it anymore. The other thing I'll just say is that if you have an Aquarian in your life who you respect, model yourself after them this month. Just see what they're doing and see what of their behaviors that you can assimilate into your own life, because I think that that is the key to unfolding and unlocking what the potential for this year of 2019 really is for Geminis. It's happening, it's happening. Okay, the overall this year from the shamanic, why is it Mayan? The shamanic mystery oracle, yes, is sacrifice. And this is the sacrifice to make sacred. So this is the overall theme of the whole year. And this is my favorite part about this card, is that up here there's a butterfly. So this is about transformation. It's a beautiful card. It's about transformation. And in order to create this transformation, we're going to have to say goodbye to things that once were, who we once were, parts of ourselves who we've outgrown, right? Leave that behind. Maybe it's the bad twin. Maybe it's the childish twin that comes out. Leaving that behind in order to step on a sacred path, in order to make your life more sacred, to step into purpose, to make those big changes that you've been wanting to make. I have been feeling this. This part of this channel is me doing that, making those changes. So I am definitely in this with you. And yeah, let's see what the overall reading is going to bring for us. And I'm also interested, I'll see what else happens this month. I might end up doing more readings this month too. But I'm going to see what's going on, what's coming up from the past. And this is, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs is what this will relate to. And so what energy from the past for Geminis? Okay, this makes sense. All right, so it's coming out of some stagnancy, coming out of I feel like there was some learning from looking at things a little differently than normal, okay? And the reason why I say that is that the Hanged Man came out in reverse. So this is getting a new perspective, okay? Now, when it's in the reverse, that means that either we have refused to look at a new perspective, or we have moved out of that period of time. The reason why I think that we're moving out of that period of time is that further on there was the Four of Swords, which is that reflection, right? It's that time alone to rest, to reflect, to take, to actually quiet the mind, quiet the tongue, and to allow for whatever it is that needs to come up without action. And it doesn't even need to be talked about. That's the whole point. So I'm feeling like, I put the Hangman back down and, okay, weird. Okay, Hangman came out in reverse, but the Page of Pentacles is also here in the upright. So a small offer, and it's even an offer that you made to yourself, an idea that could generate a little bit of money, or it could be that there's, you know, a small or younger earth sign that's kind of around, maybe reminding you of a love that once was, or childhood, things, you know, youthfulness, right? So it's not necessarily a love connection. It's not even necessarily anything along those lines, but I think that with it being a page, that youthful energy, I think that reminds you of things that you once had, right? We're going back and we're in this reflective mode in the past. You've come from this reflective mode of reminiscing, of, you know, deciding, oh, I really liked being in love and feeling and you know, chasing all over you know, the city with that person and exploring. I really liked feeling like I was really special. I really liked having that particular job where my my creative ideas were listened to, or that I was in that friendship where we talked forever, for hours and hours and hours. So it's a time of reflection that you've come from where there was something connected to youthfulness, or something from the past that you've been reflecting upon. And you looked at things from a new perspective, but you had to come out of that, right? We're coming out of that perspective, coming out of that way of looking at things. And what I'm thinking is that it was, you know, you bit your tongue for long enough. You were really trying to decide what was going on for you, how to make sense of it. So it wasn't really about expressing it with others. It was about just allowing it to come forward. So now, and now we've got lots of reversals here. We've got first the Five of Wands. So if there is a struggle, if there is some kind of arguments happening, I feel like you're just stepping back from it, right? You're just letting the argument happen. Maybe you put your wand down and you're stepping back and you're like, look, you know, you guys sort it out. I'm not really interested in this. The other thing is that you could just walk away from some type of argumentative situation. But this is, you know, your energy of not wanting to struggle with this. And this is, you know, the past energy of trying to move forward with your life in a way that's going to best serve you, that's going to best serve your family or your little ones if you have children. You are generating so much energy, building it up, and you're ready to place it where it's going to grow the best for you. Okay, I think that's that period of reflection that you've been taking, is stepping outside, back, and really looking at where are you putting your energy and where is it really going to serve you the best, and making a huge change. So you basically like have pulled all of your energy, pooled it up, excuse me, pulled it all up, and now you're lifting it from one place and getting ready to set it upon another. A whole new way of being, a whole new journey, a direction in life. Maybe it's a new career, a new, maybe you're moving, because there's been a lot of movement for Geminis too. So it's just this idea of moving things from one place to another. Now we also in the present have the Temperance card. It did come out in the reverse. Major Arcana here. This is Sagittarian energy. If there's a Sagittarius in your life right now, they might be causing you some struggles. Ooh, the reason why I'm saying this is that my mother, I love her, but she's a Sagittarius. So if you have a Sag in your life right now, that might be the struggle. That might be the thing that you're stepping back from, and you're like, whoa, I don't have the energy for this right now. I love you. No, you know, I'm gonna peace out just for right now. The other thing is that Temperance brings healing. It can sometimes bring a reconciliation. So if we are talking about anything from the past, any childhood nostalgic feelings, old loves, that stuff might be trying to come back, but because it's in the reverse, it's not coming back in the way that's going to serve you best yet. The healing aspect of this is, I'm feeling that there's a resistance from needing to heal anymore, because you've been pulled out. You've backed yourself off so much to try to get everything organized, because that's probably what you've been doing, is organizing everything to put your energy into this new project or new direction in life. You're resistant to the fact that there might be more healing needed. And no, that doesn't feel good, because you've been healing and you've been healing and you've been working on yourself and healing and working on yourself and resisting and removing and healing. And so now it's saying that there's still some room for healing still left. The reason why, 7 of Cups, okay? Energies have been split. It came out in the reverse. So the healing is it's kind of bringing you to a into a bottleneck. Okay, you really need to face everything. So you're going from having lots of options to having one, which is heal it and move on. Okay, and if it's with the Sagittarian, and for me that's probably what it is. I love you, Mama. So if it's with the Sagittarian and there's been a struggle, you have to heal the struggle in order to move on. Okay, so try to identify whatever that one thing is. If it is with a Sagittarian or someone who has that grandioseness about them, could be any kind of fire sign, but it's a grandiose, larger than life personality. And that is, if it is a person outside of yourself, that's how they're presenting to you. And there's a struggle there. So it may be that you're just trying to be seen and this person is too big and they're not realizing that they're overwhelming anyone being able to see you and your hard work and the things that you've been doing. The other thing is that this could be your relationship, and that it's just not balanced and you really want to bring back that balance. So there's definitely some healing needed, and it's whatever that struggle is, whatever the thing that keeps irking you, and that tick that you get when you're dealing with your Sag, or when you're dealing with this larger than life persona, or when you're resistant to healing. It's the tick that keeps coming up. That's what you have to release. You have to release that, because there's so much good stuff coming for Gemini, and we'll see it in this next line, that these are just the remnants. This is just the little stuff that's left over, even though it is big stuff, but it's the final. I really hope at least it is the final. I'm tired of healing too. Trust me, especially because I'm sick right now. All right, let's see what's coming up for Gemini in the future. Let's get past this healing. Oof. Okay. More reversals. The thing about reversals is that the energy is here, which means it can be turned around. So we have the Hierophant, came out in the reverse. So major arcana, Tauran energy. Also about tradition though. So upending traditions. There might be a need in the future coming forward where you're going to have to look at things differently. The other thing is that right now Uranus is in Taurus, and that is the planet that's telling you to do things differently, to act innovatively. So if you have a choice in the near future of taking something that is seemingly traditional, right? If someone, let's say, and I'm just going to say it because I also have the 6 of Cups here. Let's say that there's this reconciliation possible. This person comes back, they offer you a ring, right? You're talking about engagement, something very traditional. What the cards in the future are saying is not as is, right? It's possible, but you have to change the energy. It can't happen the way, it's not gonna work out if it happens in this way. Okay, if you just say yes to this, it's not going to unfold in the way that you were hoping it was going to present itself. We also have the Knight of Wands. That also came out in the reverse. So again, we've got this energy coming in that's highly passionate, highly imaginative, creative, action-oriented. Let's do this. Let's make it. I want to heal it. I want to be with you. This is what I've been waiting for. I'm sorry I had to go away in the past, but I'm ready to come back, whatever this is. And if it's not a person, this is the way in which you've been doing things. What you're being called to do is do them differently. Even though you're feeling passionate and you want to take action, you're going to have to do it in a different way. Innovate it, okay? Make it be so that you're not working so hard, that you are you're working less and creating more. Okay, so this, again, these are things that have come up for you when you were taking your time off and reviewing. So let your mind work a little bit, but not too hard. Let the downloads come. This is your innovation. We have the Six of Cups. Came out, in the reverse as well. So there is that childhood nostalgia. Okay, if this is a love reading, I would be looking at all of this as love, but I have to look at it in multiple ways. So the Six of Cups that comes up, that's in the reverse, is saying that those things are holding you back, right? That idea of the sweetness of childhood, the innocence that you once felt, that stuff is going to hold you back if you stay stuck there, okay? You have to look at where you are right now to move forward. Get out of the past. If this is a person coming back around, they need to adjust their energy in order for anything to move forward and in order for you to have your needs met, okay? So it's gonna present, if it is a person, it's gonna present like it's perfect because it's the Knight of Wands energy, the Hierophant's here, and the Six of Cups. So it's gonna be like home, somebody who feels very comfortable, who comes in passionately and lovingly, and who might present something very stable and traditional. But Gemini, even though there's a part of you, one of those twins really wants that, the other twin is not going to be satisfied by that. It has to be different. So just remember that that energy has to change in order for it to continue to manifest in a way that's going to serve you. Now let's see, let's get some clarity. I'm really interested in not only what's going on in the present with this healing, but also in this future. So let me get just a few more clarifications here. Okay, so I have the Justice card. Libra energy came up in the upright. Okay, so we're looking for balance. There might be some legal issues that are coming up if we've got both the Hierophant and the Justice card here. So this person who might, if there's a person coming in, they may be going through a divorce as they're coming in. So it could be, the reason why I'm saying that is we've got the Three of Cups energy. It did come out in the reverse. So there could have been a situation where there were multiple people involved. The person that you wanted to be with was married and hadn't quite severed that relationship. They may be severing that now and trying to come in. Here's what I want to say about that is that there's always a need for healing once one major relationship is ended and another one can begin. I don't believe that going from one to the other is going to serve the purpose of getting to a better place and learning from the experience. I really feel like we all need to pull back, reflect before we start something new. And right now what it's appearing is that this person who you might have been involved with in the past, if it was multiple people involved, third party, maybe it wasn't a secret, maybe it was an open relationship, whatever, they're now trying to sever that other relationship and perhaps trying to come back. And it was a legal relationship. So, and this could be, I mean, we can even take this to a work relationship, right? So maybe there was a partnership and they're dissolving that partnership, dissolving that other business, and they're trying to come forward and begin a business with you, okay? Again, use it the way that it works best for you because this is a general read. We also have the Eight of Swords energy. This came in the upright. So it may feel stagnant, but you have the ability to open your eyes and to move out of this, okay? It doesn't have to keep you stuck. Just because this person's trying to make it something that works for them doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. I really feel like, Gemini, you're the one who has all the power in this situation because you have been reflecting, because you've pulled back to really feel what's best for you, and you have lots of major, beautiful changes coming forward that if this isn't working, this person's going to need to work it out for themselves, and then they can come back to you, okay? Because there's the potential for beautiful energy here, but right now it's just upended, okay? And it's not your energy that's being upended. This is all around you is what I'm sensing. Now, it is possible that it can be flip-flopped, and that's fine too. So if this is going on for the Gemini, if there's a cross watcher out there who's relating, then that's what's going on. But so the Gemini might need to take some more time before Gemini comes back into a relationship. Now, if this is not relationship, and this is purely business or specifically to the Gemini into your world, there might be some legal issues. There might be a break in a partnership or a corporation, maybe that a contract is ending. So there might be some work contracts that are ending, and you have to reflect on if you want to sign back again, like if you want to re-up your contract with your company. There might have been more people involved, so maybe you yourself were talking to other corporations or other businesses, perhaps getting headhunted to go other places, or your place of business might have been open to accepting applications for your job. So there might be more people involved here. You're not stagnated in this. Excuse me. You have power in this to come out of it. The reason why is that it's this energy here, this swords energy, that you can step forward out of this. You have chosen to remove yourself, to pull yourself in, and to kind of, you know, the eights are kind of building a wall here with all these swords, right? So, you know, nobody can get within, but this person can move without, right? You can take off that blindfold and you can come out of those swords, because nothing's really holding you back. So I think it's just really you getting comfortable with your power and stepping forward into it, and really truly just deciding what you want. Do you want this past relationship? Do you want this job? Do you want to move, right? It's up to you, Gemini. Yeah. So we just had the Death card come out in the reverse. So you're just you're resisting this change, and there's no fear in it. Okay, don't fear the transformation, because something really magical and amazing is on the other side of it. That's always what I believe with every single transformation that we have. Oh, yes. See? Oh, the glare. I like that. So the Wheel of Fortune, just everything's turning. You just have to accept it. You have to accept that it's all turning and moving forward. You just have to accept the change, okay? So it's endings and beginnings, but it's also it's realizing all that what you had, and taking note of what works and releasing it if it doesn't. Gemini, there's a lot of work to do for you. This is the beginning of your birthday month. I think next month is going to be even more sweet. So this is just finishing up the last bit of the work and moving forward, healing it, feeling good. If this relationship wants to come back, make sure it's serving you. That's what I'll say. But there's beautiful stuff here with this Wheel of Fortune coming through. The energy's turning. It's all turning for you, Gemini. That's what I have for you. I'll send you all my love. I'll see you guys soon.